fastest double-doubles in the history of the NBA. Taking on the Bulls, that's just easy. It's like Nerf with your little brother. Wemby's already up to 8 and 2 boards. We're not even midway through the first. Off the miss, Wembanyama, that counts as a board and a putback. Now it's Wembanyama. No, there'll be none of that. Rosales. Did he grab the rim on this? No. So, well, after the block. Now early second, very early second. The rebound, and that's the fastest double-double in his career. And again, one of the fastest in the history of the game. Wembanyama, ball fake, step back, come on. It's just nonsense what this man does. Up by 14, loose ball, again, alley-oop. Wembanyama and the Spurs leading by 18. The length is, I mean, you can't mess with it. Gets the rebound, they're up 19, then Wembanyama, 41-16, 3 blocks. And the Spurs are 57 and 18. The playoffs looming for this group.
You guys have won 25 of your last 27. Mm-hmm. Have you ever been a part of this much success in terms of a stretch, in terms of a run in your life? What does it feel like?
Yeah. When I was playing under 15 in France, we went 22-0 the whole season. We ended up national champions. Other than that, this much success, no. Not winning like this number of games and winning this many games, no, never. It's a combination of things, but it feels like timing is perfect right now. Like I'm actually, my shape is increasing right now.
It's Wemby's 4th game with 40 points and 15 boards, and he's just how old? 22? He's a baby.
He's not 23 yet.
No. He's the only player since the merger to do that. More often than Wemby, that would be that Shaq. The Spurs are winners of 9 straight games. The conversation is obviously, it was last week that Wemby publicly made his case for MVP, and since then, the odds have actually shifted in his direction. SGA remains the favorite, but Wemby has seen his odds go from 22-1 to plus 210 in just 7 days. Now, it's still a big if, but if he were to win, he would join Tim Duncan and David Robinson as the only winners in Spurs history.
Let's bring in NBA analyst Iman Shumpert to the show now. And look, we got a couple more weeks to go in the race, and everyone's asking who the MVP is. As a former player, should we even say who the MVP is right now, or should we actually wait for these last 2 weeks to play out?
I think we're going to have to wait for the last couple of weeks. It goes against everything that I believe to say somebody in Wemby's position that hasn't gotten a chance to go through the playoffs at a competitive level could be ahead or be considered for this award. But when you're watching the games, it's like when you know there's at least 2 weeks left of the season or a week left of the season to go worth of games, and you say he has more chances to do more. This race is getting so close. It's doing nothing but hyping me up and getting me excited to see the Western Conference Finals play out.
Okay, but it is a regular season award, right? So you can't hold that against him at this point.
I just, it's hard because the body of work that SGA has done, I don't want to turn away from it. But I'm not lying to you when I say some of the things that I'm watching this young man do are exceptional, and they're making me want to say, how could we not give the award to him? So hats off to both of them, but I still got SGA ahead for now. I know it hurts me to say it right now, but I got him ahead.
All right, well, that's fair. You can do it now. It's just a matter of how much these final games will matter, right? And hey, if the Spurs get the 1 seed, dog, that's a wrap. That's a wrap on MVP. Let's say it.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
All right, Shump.
And Jokic on the MVP ballot for 5-6 years now. Obviously, you've been seeing SGA on it for the last 3 years. He won last year. But obviously guys want to see Wemby or somebody new on a ballot. And it's kind of interesting every year where It's kind of voters' discretion, but in my honest opinion, it got to be SGA or Jokic. Jokic averaging another triple-double this season. He get to it, and he made the game look so easy out there. I watched him last night against the Warriors. They were down at half. He just came out, dominated, and, took over the game. And then obviously SGA, what he does for his team is, I don't want to say his name. It's like Jordan, like, for real. He can't nobody guard SGA, stop him from getting 20 points for real. So it's going to be one of those two, bro. Other than those two, I don't see anybody else that's kind of worthy for it. Those like the top two candidates. So, I don't know if it's going to be a co-MVP this year. It's going to be hard to pick one, but might be our first time having a co-MVP, in my opinion. It's hard to pick one this season.
Yeah.
Jokic is hurt for a little minute. SGA got hurt for a little minute. Both of their teams still did kind of good without him. It's not like one of their teams started struggling. So I think, it's going to be hard to pick. Even Wemby's team, when Wemby don't play, his team's still 8-4. So it's kind of hard to pick.
Yeah. So BP, the one guy that we're not talking about that was in the top 5 MVP ladder was Cade Cunningham. And now there's this 65-game rule. As a current player, like, how conscious are you guys of that rule? And are you as annoyed or frustrated by it that someone like Cade Cunningham, who's got a legit valid injury, now doesn't qualify for All-NBA and MVP for missing that, whatever amount of games?
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy. Like, I actually play with a player who actually has a, chance every season to win MVP. And I think that's kind of always on their brain. I got 17 games where I can miss. And they kind of like do it strategic. You kind of want to play all your games kind of early just in case something happens on the back end. You got some wiggle room. I played with Giannis, obviously. You try to get 30, 40 in a row before anything happens. So you got some games down the line where maybe it's rest. You might play a stinker team and you want to, get rest this day. Or you might play a stinker team, might want to, run the stats up. So it all depends on, guys' swag and how they coaching staff and training staff, like, goes about it. Obviously, injuries are a part of our game and it's real. I don't like how, obviously, if you get injured, then, you're affected by, the awards. I don't think that's fair because, you never know when someone's going to hurt, someone's going to get hurt. You can't really call that out, especially a puncher lung like Cade Cunningham. I don't think that's fair for him to be out of the race. I think they ought to change the rule to like 62 or 60 or something, make the game a little lower. I think 65 is kind of brutal. I understand, like, in the old age, guys play 82 games, guys try to play every game, but, they walking the ball up the court. They scores are way lower than what our scores is now. Guys getting up and down. As soon as the guy get off the rim, whoever get the rebound off the rim, they pushing. They ain't looking for no guard. They pushing it up. So it's definitely a faster-paced game, up-tempo game, and a lot of more wear and tear, I feel like, in today's game, in my opinion.
Also, this was implemented for rest and load management, and a collapsed lung is not that. So that's where when he gets disqualified for something so real,
that's crazy.
Doesn't feel right.
Yeah, especially a collapsed lung. Like, I got to get some type of grace. It's not like I twisted the ankle and I can come back in 3 games or, I hurt my wrist.
It needs to be an exception of some sort.
Yeah,
There needs
like
to
I
be
hurt
an
my
appeals.
wrist and I can get my wrist taped up and I can still hoop. Like, a punctured lung, I never want to feel that. I ain't gonna hold you. I only want to feel what a punctured lung feel like.
Yeah, you make a great point, Bobby. I also want to ask you about KD. Recently, just passed Michael Jordan on the all-time scoring list, and it brought up the question: who's the best pure scorer now? In Bleacher Report's opinion, they had Steph at 1, KD 2, Michael Jordan at 3. So I want to ask you, who's one of the best pure scorers that you've played against personally? If you would change anything on that list.
So I didn't play against Jordan, but in my opinion, Jordan the best pure scorer. Just because he played how many seasons? 13 years? Like 13 years?
13, 14,
yeah, 13, 14 years. Like he was top 5, and he was number 3 before LeBron and KD and Kobe and these guys passed him, right? So, playing 14 games, shooting basically all twos, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was shooting a lot of threes. I mean, he was getting real baskets, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real.
Yeah,
but I think in today's era, the most pure scorer just got to be KD. SGA, Anthony Edwards. Those like the top 3 guys that come to my brain when we talking about getting baskets and just the way they do it and the effortless that it comes, and the way it looks, right? Sometimes the look is everything when you talk about the score, how smooth it is, and things like that. So I would definitely say those top 3 right there for sure. You can't, especially SGA, like the 170, 120-some game, 30-some games, straight 20 points, like that's OD. You know what I'm saying? He beat Wilt Chamberlain record. You know what I'm saying? Like Wilt Chamberlain, when we talk about Wilt, still. That means that you're in great company, man. Will scored 100 points.
Uh-oh, Lou. Don't ask Lou.